Durant. There must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playing? Bound.
So the Hornets starting five. We've got Jaden McDaniels. Also Durant out there. Knipple out there with James. And it's Price in at the one.
Yeah, setting a solid pick and then getting himself open. Şengün playing really well in that part.
McDaniels a screen. Price, the pass to McDaniels. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
McDaniels against Durant. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
The control KD has from any spot on the floor, that's what makes him different.
And there's a pick. Price, the pass to McDaniels. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. McDaniels got his second basket of the game.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Price. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Going inside. Got a hand on it.
It's good to see Şengün come up with that swat. When he's engaged, he can be an impactful rim protector.
Pass to Shepherd. Thompson with a screen. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Precision pass into the post. Well-earned assist.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The three, James. The Rockets pull it in. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Charlotte foul. Price. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, Charlotte. 4-point game. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Here's Price. It's James on the wing. Pass to McDaniels. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can threat him with the lead pass. Well done.
And here's Thompson for 3. That doesn't go either for Thompson. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Price. He's scoreless. McDaniels from long range. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Here's Shepherd, giving him some nice offensive production with 13 points a game. Here's Thompson, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Here's Price. It's James on the wing. Shoots over Thompson. Pass to Price. Duran the screen. There's the drive. Goes back up. Can't get the layup.
And give the defense credit. He was met at the rim.
And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. He throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Pass to Price. And stolen by Durant. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Again, Houston.
And Durant's jumper is as pure as it gets. You just assume ahead of time it's going in.
Here's Price. No points so far. Misses from close range.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Inside. Here's Shepherd. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Oh, when we talk about the future of Shepherd, scoring inside is very important to take his game to the next level.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Some changes for Charlotte. Ware's checked in for Duran. Kamara comes in for McDaniels. And Cam Thomas subbed in for James. To the paint. Here's Knipple. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Shepherd. Price pulls it in. Hornets trail by 3. Down low. Oh, got a piece of it. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Puts the move on. And it's Thomas with the rebound.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Pass to Price. Here's Kamara. Tipped. Şengün with a steal. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Nice anticipation from Şengün to get the steal, which leads to the fast break.
Here's Price. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. 6 on the shot clock. Free throw line jumper. It's rebounded by Şengün. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Leading by 5. An open look for Smith. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
To the middle. Here's Ware. Rockets with a rebound. Şengün's got his 4th rebound in this one. Thompson finds Smith. The shot won't fall. Great D that time from Kamara. Hornets trail by 7. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Thomas against Thompson. Here's Price. Up and over Smith. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's a completely new group for the Rockets. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Outside Nesmith. Pass to Capella. And here's Van Vliet. Jacks up a 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. 1:33 left in the first quarter. Kamara, second chance effort. The Rockets pull it in. Up top, Nesmith. Thomas defends. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Hornets trail by 7. Now White, coming off a solid outing against Toronto. To the paint. Here's Ware. Oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You can count on White to make clever passes and operate the offense.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Van Vliet against White. There's a screen by Kamara. White looking it over. 5 on the clock. Pass to Kamara. Now here's Thomas. And that one is stuffed right through.
Thomas is electric. He always makes things happen when he's on the floor.
19 seconds left in the opening quarter. Now here's Van Vliet. Still no points. Capella, screen on White. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Unable to get that one. And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's Houston up 5. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone, and welcome back to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Cam Thomas out there with Kobe White. Then there's Kamani Kamara. Then there's Khalil Ware. And it's Larson in at the small forward position. Pass to Van Vliet. Şengün, a screen on White. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And play stops. The whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Thomas outside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
So the power from Thomas, a well-built 2.
Houston leading by 3. Şengün, a screen on White to the inside. And Şengün throw it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. White with it. No made baskets yet. Takes it inside. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's Van Vliet. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game. Pass to Kispert. Now Şengün. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Hornets trail by 3. Right side White. Fires the 3. They get it again. Where? And he bangs it home with 1 hand.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them. But adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Back to you guys.
They love his disposition. All right, Allie, thank you. Houston with another miss.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
White against Van Vliet. To the right side. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Here's Thomas for three. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. When Cam Thomas has the ball, Richard, it can be a tough cover for the defense.
You watch for screens, and then you have to choose. If you overplay him, he'll drive to his mid-range shot. But if you gap him, he can hit the 2-2.
Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Thomas outside. Inside. Where the screen. And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Durant, he's checked in for the Rockets. Amen Thompson comes in for Kispert. And here's Durant. 6 points for him. Durant owning the inside.
As versatile as they have come in NBA history, Durant just makes it look so easy.
Here's White. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Van Vliet with some nice D.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Van Vliet with a screen on Thomas. Outside Durant. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
Pass to Kamara. And here's Thomas. Back to Kamara. Pulls up at the elbow. Another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in. Ware's got his third basket on the night right there.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Smith comes in for Miller, and it's Shepard in for Van Vliet. Now here's Durant. Not a lot of room. Over Knipple. Nice shot by Durant. Durant's got 13.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Here's Price. No points yet. Pass to James. Thompson with a steal. And they're running. Here's Shepard. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by McDaniels. Off the inbound. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Price. Pass to Knipple. Duren with a screen on Durant. 4 on the clock. McDaniels, that's good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Here's Durant. No good. McDaniels with some nice D. Here's Price. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Houston working the ball around. Thompson passes to Durant. That doesn't go either for Durant. Hornets trail by 3. Here's Price. from 18 feet away, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it. And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
They set a pick. Pass to McDaniels. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
McDaniels against Durant. And here's Shepard for three. Buries it from three. Shepard's got his second basket on the night.
Shepard is good at measuring the defense. He knows his passes are coming his way if he has space to shoot.
It's James on the wing. Thompson with a steal. Outside Durant. Let's go with a three. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his third assist of the night.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Hornets trail by 9. And we've got a report now. Let's find out the news on Alperen Şengün.
Hey guys, I spoke with the head athletic trainer for the Rockets. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Normally, this is an injury that would take a while to recover from, but they're saying he may be able to play on it. We'll be monitoring the situation and keep you updated.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
Listen, the big thing is now we have more information on what's going on with him. Hopefully, there's no setbacks.
2 points. That one goes. Durant's got 12 points now in the quarter.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Here's Price. Out to James. Outside McDaniels. Clock at 6. Here's Price. Capella with a block.
A quality defender, Capella uses his size and reach to erase shots.
41 seconds left in the first half of this one. The Rockets lead by 9. High arcing shot. Thompson's shot is off. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Shepard. McDaniels covering. Oh, sweet move. And the layup by Durant. And now it's an 11-point Rocket lead.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Out to the right wing. And here's Knipple from the arc. He got it up in time, but it would not. Fall for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear
In that game against the Knicks, it should reveal a lot about themselves, where they are currently, and where they need to improve.
And if they were to somehow win this, changing focus now to the tough first half for the Hornets.
The ball security has been terrible.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Thompson is the off guard with KD at small forward. Inside, Smith and Şengün. And it's Shepherd in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Knipple with a bucket.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. A little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Here's Price. And he banks in the layup.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Duran with a screen on Thompson. James goes in, and it's James with the jam.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
13 feet out, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. McDaniel's got 13.
Oh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Here's the pick. Shoots. It's hauled in by Houston. They've led by as many as 11.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Smith passes to Thompson. Şengün, a screen on James. Down low. And Şengün throw it down.
Superb movement in the screen and roll. Gotta reward Şengün for that.
Here's Price. To the middle. Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Back to Thompson. Houston working the ball around. Pass to Şengün. To the paint. Here's Durant. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. And now it's up to 25 points for Durant.
And an excellent start to the second half. Only missed 1 shot in their first 5.
Here's Knipple. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance. Knipple's got 6 here in the quarter.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Picked by Smith. Here's Shepherd. Smith passes to Durant. They double team Durant. 6 to shoot. Thompson with a screen. Here's Shepherd. And another basket for Houston.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. Outside White. lays it up and in. White's got his second basket.
Aggressive on the interior. White takes the hit and completes the play.
Pass to Şengün. Now here's Durant. Here's Shepherd. Shoots over White. And it's Shepherd missing.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Thomas outside. And he drives in. Oh, denied by Durant.
The verticality that KD possesses, it helps him erase that shot at the rim.
Here's White. And it's Charlotte with another. Here's Durant. He's got 25. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Durant. Kamara covering. The shot. And again, it's Houston.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Now White. He has 6. Shot clock at 6. And here's Thomas from the arc. Durant pulls it in. And so Durant will bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 11. Pass to Shepherd. The 3 is up. Larson with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's White. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Miller's checked in for Smith. And Van Vliet is subbed in for Shepherd.
When White is in rhythm, he's a good all-around scorer and can carry the offense in stretches.
Here's Durant. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Kamara's got 4 rebounds now. Hornets trail by 5. Outside White. Thomas outside. Back to Kamara. White against Van Vliet. Outside Kamara. Right side White. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Neesmith, he's checked in for Houston. Houston leading by 5. Now here's Durant. He's got 27. Outside Neesmith. Pass to Van Vliet. This one for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Van Vliet's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. White with it. He's picked up by Miller. Where the screen. It's White with the drive. And he jams it home with authority.
B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Here's Şengün. Shot blocked. White on the wing. The 3 hits the trifecta. And now just a 3-point Rocket lead.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining 3s right now.
Durant, pass to Van Vliet. Outside Durant. Clock at 6. Pass to Neesmith. From outside, off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Rockets.
Well, look, it's not just about forcing a turnover, guys. about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella comes in for Şengün, and Kispert is subbed in for Durant. Here's Van Vliet. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Kobe White picks one up.
Van Vliet is a crafty player. He knows how to...
Draw a whistle.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
Taking 2 shots.
A free throw good from Van Vliet. Both free throws good from Van Vliet.
Oh, he is a coach's dream. That's why they love Van Vliet. The intangibles are off the chart, and the execution is consistent.
It's Thomas on the wing. There's a screen by Kamara. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thomas has gotten his third basket of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Miller. 1:11 left in the third. And here's Nesmith. Capella pass to Nesmith. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Hornets with the rebound. Kamara's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Miller pulls it in. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Houston. They've led by as many as 11. Knocks down the triple. And the Rockets lead by 4.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Here's White. Hey, rejected by Capella. Shot and game clock separated by 5. White finds Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Larson. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third. It's Houston. They're up by 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard grip on the passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Kobe White out there with Cameron Thomas. Then there's Toumani Camara, and it's Larson in at the small forward. White against Van Vliet. White, good. White's got 12 points in just the second half.
And White had the ball on a string there, creating space off the bounce.
Kispert with the ball. Inside, here's Van Vliet. Here's Şengün. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Kamara's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's White into the lane. And that one is hammered home.
With those short, quick dribbles, White can make anyone look absolutely foolish.
Pass to Şengün. Şengün, a screen on White. Now here's Kispert. Takes the 3. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. Kispert's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's White. Scores after the quick crossover.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And here's Kispert. Van Vliet outside. Şengün, a screen on White. Here's Van Vliet. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Although he is just 6 feet tall, Van Vliet has no issue going into the land of the Giants.
White can't hit.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Pass to Şengün. Can't hit it from 12 feet. Hornets trail by 5. Left side, Camara. Outside, White. Back to Camara. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. There's the triple. Charlotte gets it back. Back to Thomas. Three-pointer. Camara, that's good. Kamara's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Not just a scorer, Thomas also shows he's a capable passer.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And the Rockets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Some changes for Charlotte. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Pass to Nesmith. Now Van Vliet. On the take. Houston with another miss.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Here's Price. 6 on the shot clock. Where the screen. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Durant finds Van Vliet. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
To take the lead. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Knipple. Here's Price. Guarded by Van Vliet. Here's McDaniels. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
I just love the ball movement.
The Rockets trail. Van Vliet outside. McDaniels against Durant. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. Hornets with the rebound. McDaniels got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Ware. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. And another miss by Houston.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Jones feels it out. Ware the screen. Jones' shot is good. And it's a 6-point Hornet lead.
And a nice bump for their offense this half. Now shooting over 50% for the game.
Van Vliet, the pass to Durant. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Miller. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Using the pick nicely. Durant able to find the open man.
Here's Price. Left side McDaniels. Stolen by Miller. And here we go. The Rockets in transition. Good. And now it's just a 2-point Charlotte lead.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
And it's Ware missing. The Rockets have gone 5 of 11 so far in the 4th. Durant, no good. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the 4th. Here's Price. And there's the drive. The shot, no good. Good D by Şengün. Pass to Miller. Three-pointer, Van Vliet. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got rebound number 8 now.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Oh, nice setup for the slam.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. For the Rockets, Smith, he's checked in for Miller. Amen Thompson comes in for Nesmith. And it's Shepard in for Fred Van Vliet. And a change for the Hornets. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Ware. Durant. It's off. Hornets leading by 4. Here's Price. McDaniels outside, puts up the tray. Jones outside. Here's Knipple, covered by Smith. 5 to shoot. Duren with a screen on Smith. Another chance. The putback.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Price. And they call an illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Durant against McDaniels. Outside Durant. Smith with a screen on McDaniels. Smith outside. The free ball is down.
Some players shrink when the pressure pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Price. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant one. Unnecessary contact.
You know, it's just hard to watch a player put the well-being of an opponent at risk. He rightfully earned that flagrant.
Yeah, the officials are all over that one, sending a clear message that that kind of roughness is unacceptable. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
He missed the chance to put them up by 3. You know we'd like to have that one back.
And Charlotte making a change here. White's checked in.
And White isn't just a perimeter threat. He also knows when to challenge defenses inside.
The first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. So he can't get either to fall. Houston has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. And a one-handed slam.
Impressive dime from KD. Look at his assist numbers over his career, and they are elite for his position.
Ooh, stolen by Smith. To take the lead. Pulls it down.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Outside White.
A guy who loves to push the action. That's Kobe White.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that gives him a lead.
And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
McDaniels against Durant. Here's Şengün. Banks it home. Big shot.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play, coming through when it matters most.
Now White, and it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Here's White. With the drive. Count it!
And just making the defender look downright silly.
Oh, that's a move he'll be bragging about all night. It's going to be online everywhere. Anytime you get a guy on the ground, you've got the right to talk some trash.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture? Sure.
Unless they can get a wide-open jumper, they might want to attack inside, because even if you miss at the rim, you can still draw a foul.
Durant buries it.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
And there's not enough time to catch and shoot, so they'll have to tip it in off the inbound pass.
Substitution on the board.
And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.